one name comes in mind in this game. I mean, Alexander Barkov. Barkov won us the game against the St. Louis Blues after a pretty long road trip out west from Seattle up to Canada and then back down to the U.S. against Minnesota and then finally back home. And we get to hear the old classic "Let's Go Home, Baby" from Steve Goldstein, as it is a hard-fought victory comeback. Comeback Cats again did it against the St. Louis Blues, who we don't match up well against the Blues, but they did enough. As it took one of two things: one, goaltending, which was Bobrovsky playing his best hockey since the one hiccup, and number two, the defensive shifts from the team, and then the pressure that comes from the offense is what won us the game. Wasn't easy, but they got it done. So it's Sergei Bobrovsky in this game going up against Joe Hofer. In the first period, first shot on target came in by Jordan Kyrou with the wrist shot, but that was saved by Bobrovsky right there. Jake Neighbors with the wrist shots, and Neighbors is one of the best players in the league, I think. But a few minutes later, there would be some sort of fluke goal. He is assisted by Zach Bolduc. If I butcher, I apologize. That's his 7th assist. And Alexandre Texier with this 3rd assist of the season. And that's off the backhands by Oscar Sundqvist. Now, I should point out, earlier involving Sundqvist, I mean, one of the Panthers players had it right there in front of him, but for some reason it did not go in the back of the net. It's really because the huge block from Sundqvist that would keep the game at 0-0. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good block. It was a pretty good block by him, and he had that fluke goal. I don't know how. Still have no idea how the Panthers were able to let that go into the back of the net. I thought it was a save initially, but then that puck just went over his shoulder, Bobrovsky's shoulder, and as St. Louis gets a 1-0 lead over Florida. Kind of a fluke goal. And it proved to be a fluke goal because Bobrovsky has been absolutely fantastic in this one. Justin Falk with the hold against Los Serenen. Florida goes on the power play. Matthew Tkachuk with the wrist shot during that power play. That was saved by Hofer. Matthew Tkachuk once again with the wrist shot, but that was also saved by Hofer. Mikula with the wrist shot, or a slap shot, in fact, which was saved by Hofer, which would be a little bit after the penalty is killed off. Holloway hits the crossbar, so it remains 1-0 St. Louis. Bobrovsky and really Hofer is stopping all pucks from the Florida Panthers. Philip Broberg with the slap shot before the period ends, which would be saved by Bobrovsky, which that would end the first period, losing 1-0 over the Blues, to the Blues. So only one penalty came out in the first period, which came 10 seconds, roughly 10 seconds after the first goal of the game from Sundqvist. Second period, Florida played a little bit better. Now there was some hits there and there. Not a lot of shooting though. Not a lot of shooting from the Florida Panthers. And if it was, they were getting blocked. And same as St. Louis. St. Louis too is shooting some pucks, but our guys just keep blocking their shots. That's why the blocks in the game is really high. But as far as I can see, the first shot on target in the second period really came close to actually after 6 minutes with Toropchenko with the slap shot, but that was saved by Bobrovsky. Not kidding you. You can look up the stat yourself. But finally, we would get a goal. We would get a goal eventually with not too many shots on target. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I think all of our Panthers players in this season have at least a goal. Everyone on the depth, defense, everybody, except for goaltending. Except for goaltenders, of course. He is assisted by Matthew Tkachuk. That's his 21st assist of the season. And Alexander Barkov's 22nd assist of the season. And it ties the game up. I mean, are you shocked? I was so happy that he was able to score. He hasn't scored a goal since, I think, last November. I forgot who it was. I forgot who they played against it back in November. I don't know if it was Edmonton or was it Boston. I don't remember. I don't remember what game it was that this man, Ovis Balinskis, finally gets his first goal of the season, and Ovis finally gets one as a defenseman. And I think all the Panthers players in this season got a goal. Does Gadjevich got a goal? I don't know. Maybe he does. I know Adam Boquist has a goal. Jesper definitely has a goal. Mackey certainly has a goal. Nosek has a goal. Greer has a goal. Tkachuk certainly has a goal. Losereen has a goal. Evan Rodriguez has a goal. I mean, Barkov definitely has a goal. And Reinhardt definitely has a goal. And Sam Bennett has a goal. And I can go on. I don't remember anybody else. I don't remember who's missing. But if that's true, then we have all the Panthers players got a goal. Uvis finally breaks through the curse as he got his first goal of the season, and he ties the game against St. Louis. Great work by Uvis. He should have been one of the stars of the game. He really should have. So Balinskis continues to stay hot, but Hofer sees all the pucks. And then finally, the first power play for St. Louis came a little bit late in the second period as Sam Bennett gets called for a trip against Kyrou. St. Louis goes on the power play. During that power play, Kyrou with the wrist shot, but that was saved by Bobrovsky. Robert Thomas with the wrist shot, but that was also saved by Bobrovsky. Braden Shen with the snap shot, but that was saved by Bobrovsky. And then the penalty is killed off. After the penalty is killed off, though, Broberg with the slap shot, but that was also saved by Bobrovsky. And then one more shot on goal from Balinskis with a slap shot, but that was saved by Hofer. And I think if I remember, there was a little scuffle towards the end of the second period. I think this happened after the tripping, if I'm not mistaken. But we go to the third period, tied 1-1. First shot on target, very early. Start of the third period, Dropchenko with the wrist shot, but that was saved by Bobrovsky. And then Dropchenko was tripped by Kulikov. St. Louis immediately goes on the power play to start the third period. During their power play, the first shot on target came from Braden Shen with the no, it was a face-off. Okay, Justin Falk actually. I guess it happened immediately after the face-off, which is now I remember, with a slap shot, but that was saved by Bobrovsky. Sundqvist with the tip in, but that was saved by Bobrovsky. And then he tries to snapshot off the rebound, and Bobrovsky was just an amazing level of concentration. He was just an absolute dog tonight. He was absolutely amazing. And that's the Bobrovsky we all know and love. A few hits later, penalties killed off. Florida now shooting the puck. Forsling got a shot off, but that was saved by Hofer. Kulikov also got a goal in the season or two. Snapshot by him, but that was saved by Hofer. Barkov with the snapshot. Hofer has that one. Bolduc with the wrist shot, but that was saved by Bobrovsky. And then nobody could shoot it. Nobody was able to get a puck to the back of the nets at some point. They just could not do that in the third period. I would say Panthers came close. Aaron Ekblad almost, takes the lead. I mean, Rodriguez almost took the lead. Matthew Tkachuk almost took the lead as well, but Hofer was saving pucks. He really is. And then there would be a fight. There would be a fight towards the end of the third period, which would then, it got a bit hectic, but No penalty's been called since the Kulikov tripping. They would not call much. Our guys are getting tripped. In fact, their guys are also getting tripped. But the referees are not calling tripping calls. They're not calling it. They're just not calling it. And that's what happens when you lost control of the game. But all that said, we go to overtime. And I should point out that Jim Montgomery is also their coach now. They made the coaching change. All right, overtime. It starts off with Barkov, Reinhardt, and Forsling, I think, that starts off the shift. We'll talk about Barkov in a minute. So the first action came from the face-off. Both teams were trying to get the pucks down the people's zone. It was offside initially. There was a giveaway by Balinskis, which would then be Dylan Holloway with trying to end it, but Bobrovsky somehow got it from Dylan Holloway from the wrist shot. Parayko, if I butcher, I apologize. It was blocked by Balinskis, which was a good block. Bolduc with the snapshot, but that was saved by Bobrovsky. And Holloway tries to end it there, but Bobrovsky with a stick save, he was absolutely, again, a dog in the overtime this time. Barkov starts his shift, and he is completely taking out everybody. He has, oh my word, Barkov absolutely dominated overtime. He dominated and fooled St. Louis players. He was gonna shoot it right there, and then he was tripped by Braden Shen. Finally, we get a tripping call. He was on the ice for a while. And then when Barkov is going to single-handedly become one of the top players in the league, he picked the right time to do it, especially in overtime. Barkov was absolutely, oh my word. Okay, Barkov, making people fool. It was literally against in St. Louis zone. It's literally him versus the entire planet. Okay, I swear to God, he could not get checked. He could not get the puck stolen, and St. Louis just leaves baffled, shocked, and then he gets tripped to force Panthers a power play. Wisely, though, Paul Maurice calls a timeout to have players catch their breath and come up with a little bit of a game plan, more so with catching their breath, and it worked really good. Panthers go on the power play. There was a face-off win by Thomas, and Panthers would get the possession. Remind you, this is 4-on-3, which is now is being served by Braden Shen. So now with their shift is with Reinhardt, Ekblad, Kachuk, I think, was on the ice, and then Barkov. Reinhardt passing it to Ekblad, and then Ekblad passing it to Barkov. Barkov is looking to pass it right back to Ekblad, but there was defensive players covering them. So the only choice he had was just shoot the puck, and that puck went by Hoffer, and Hoffer just left absolutely shell shocked, and that puck goes in the back of the net, and Barkov ends this game for the Florida Panthers. Let's go home, baby. And remind you, he was looking to pass it to his left, and he just shot the puck, and it goes in, and he wins it in overtime. That's our MVP. He is assisted by Reinhardt. That's his 23rd assist. Aaron Ekblad's 17th assist of the season. And off the snapshot, game winner, 10th goal of the season, Barkov wins it. And Florida Panthers win this game 2-1 over the St. Louis Blues. A comeback fashion against the Blues. And it's well-deserved. They did not give up. They did not give up in this game. When we look at the stats, both teams with 27 shots on target. St. Louis with one more hit with 21 and a 20 against Florida. Face-off wins, one more face-off win than Florida does. They have 29, we have 28. Both teams with 2 power play opportunities. St. Louis got nothing. Florida got 1 power play goal, and that was the game winner that I just talked about with Barkov. 21 block shots for St. Louis, 14 block shots for Florida, 5 takeaways for St. Louis, 3 for Florida, 15 giveaways for Florida. St. Louis gives away the puck 10 times. And by paper, St. Louis should have been the better team. But the perseverance and the cardiac cats that we always been is what flipped the script in this game. And stars of the game, I would disagree on one thing. I mean, as much as he is this good, you had to give it to Balinskis. You had to give it to Balinskis, but they did not. I hate to tell you guys, bear the bad news. But stars of the game, I would agree, is Barkov getting 1 star with 1 goal and 1 assist. 2 stars goes to Sergei Bobrovsky with 26 saves. That's 963 save percentage. And 3 stars goes to Joe Hofer. He gave up an overtime goal. He gave up 2 goals plus an overtime winner. No, I would have personally given that to Balinskis or Reinhart. But hey, that's their call. They gave it to Hofer. 25 saves, that's 926 save percentage. And the Panthers' next game is going to be on Sunday. Will we go to West Coast of Florida, the Gulf Coast of Florida? I mean, I'm just going to say West Coast because it really is the West Coast. The Gulf Coast is more like, like a little bit more towards the Panhandle type of thing. Although I think they call it the Emerald Coast up there. But either way, we got the Lightning back to back. We got the Lightning back to back in Tampa, and then we got the Lightning again in Sunrise. So Sunday, Tampa, we go to Amalie Arena. Monday, the 23rd, back to Sunrise, back in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, against the Lightning. Great. That's going to be fun. So there's definitely going to be goaltending switch. So I don't know who's going to be the first goalies in the first game, game 1. I have a feeling it might be Bobrovsky again. Or they could give this game to Spencer Knight in Amalie Arena, but then who's going to be the goaltender for the first game? Will it be Johansson or will it be Vasilevsky? Only one way to find out. Only one way to find out in this game. Right now, the Lightning is hot. Okay, the Lightning is a hot team. They're scoring goals. Okay, they are scoring a lot of goals, kind of like how the Panthers would do it. The last loss was against the Oilers, but since then, they beat the shit out of the Flames 8-3. They beat the Kraken 5-1. They beat the Blue Jackets 5-3, and then they beat the Blues 3-1. Last night. So they're scoring a lot of goals. They have a big goal differential, and then playing them at home. They're 10-4-1 at home. Almost identical record of the Florida Panthers. Let me double check real quick for you all. 10-5-1. Yeah, so almost identical. Almost identical. So it's going to be a great battle. So either way, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for content because Miami TVG has it back. And when he does, keep it right there with the fear team you deserve. This is Miami TVG. Sign off, folks. Good night.